I spent the entire morning installing a new dishwasher. We've been slowly replacing the appliances in our kitchen, and once again, this was a really simple job that ended up taking way longer than it should have. There's always these little details that you're not expecting. One of the things was that our old dishwasher you could just plug in. The new one had to be hardwired, so I had to switch that around on the junction box. And of course, none of the connectors for the plumbing were the same, so I had to go to the hardware store and figure all that out. But it's working, and it's really quiet now. I really want to thank everybody who always helps me out with my projects. Whenever I post a question on Facebook or elsewhere, and I get tons of responses from people willing to help out. Well, this hack woodworker who really doesn't know a whole lot about woodworking, but for instance, the bent lamination, which I have obviously never tried before, but when somebody posted that on Facebook to give that a shot, I thought, wow, that's a really cool idea. So I did it, and it worked out really well. So yesterday on Facebook, I posted a question about building a cabinet for that TV. That is a big monster TV that is, I think it probably weighs like 60 pounds or even a little bit more. I kind of judge weight by picking them up and judging them against like a bag of sand or something, because they're always 40 pounds, so I kind of know how much things weigh. But anyways, what I want to do is I want to build a cabinet for this, and it'll come up 36 inches, and I want to have drawers in it. And the reason why I want to have drawers, for at least some of the drawers, is to deal with these little cutoffs. Little pieces of wood like this, which, well, I used to throw those away, but I've been saving those, and I find all sorts of uses for them, really. I use them for stop blocks and all sorts of things. But when they're in this box, this pile here, anything down at the bottom I really can't get to. So I want to have some pretty shallow drawers in there that I can just kind of space them out in there and easily be able to find them. And I got a lot of kind of mixed opinions on the way I wanted to build this. I just want to build a simple plywood case and nothing fancy, and then have drawers in it. And my question was whether I really needed to use 3/4 inch lumber or could I use 1/2 inch plywood. Let me show you again what I've got. I drew out this really simple plan here. If you need to pause the video right here, you can, but basically 24, 16, 36 inches high, and just 5 sides to it. These would be maple runners that would run on the sides of the drawers. There would be a dado on each of the drawers that they could slide along. And I also had figured that the top would be 2 layers. I would have the plywood to make the box, and then just put a larger one on that just to kind of really beef it up a little bit. So I guess I'm gonna go with 3/4 inch lumber, even though it's more expensive than the 1/2 inch lumber. But anyways, you can still let me know your thoughts on that, whether it would be strong enough. It's going to be a fair amount of weight. The other thing that I would like your opinion on is I don't really want this thing sitting on the ground, because that spot there, this whole little area from right about here to right about there, it tends to flood when we get a lot of rain. So I needed to set up only really about a 1/2 inch off the floor. So I don't know, I was kind of thinking about just maybe getting some little metal feet or something. I don't really want to put casters on it. I don't really need to roll it around. I just want it to just sit there. Anyways, thoughts on that would be good. And also, is this design, do you think, would be strong enough? Because this whole front would be open. The except the drawers, I guess, would provide some support. But would I need any kind of additional framing on that? So those are my hack questions. Oh, and also, do you think that if I just built the drawers using plywood, that would be fine to run along those runners, or do I need some solid wood for that? I don't know. I'm not sure if I'll have this project done by next week, so I might not have a video next week. I could probably have gotten it done, but I've got company. My dad's coming out for a visit on Tuesday. Well, actually, maybe I'll enlist him to help me out with this. We can get it done. I don't really like making drawers. That's going to be kind of a pain. I can make the case pretty quickly, but the drawers. Anyways, that's all I've got for now. If you'd like to watch the rest of this video, I just thought I would tack on something we did last night. We went to this little show my son was in, and a little bit of Cole Porter. Here's Wyatt, little bits of him in Brush Up Your Shakespeare.
Girls today in society go for classical poetry. So to win their hearts, one must quote with ease Aeschylus and Euripides. One must know Homer and leave me both. Sophocles, also Sappho. One must know Shelley and Keats and Pope, or dainty Debbie's will cause ya a dote. But the poet of them all, who will simply start them raving, is the